I am Jalen Renee. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, I would love for you guys to go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Make sure you give me your feedback. Let me know how you can relate to this story, because baby girl, it's about to get real juicy. So let's spill the tea. I was reflecting the other day and I thought about this situation that I went through when I was in high school, and I was like, I have to share that. So basically I was dating this guy, and now that I'm like reflecting, I can definitely call him my high school sweetheart, just because of the history, and, you know, the things that we went through and all of that. So I definitely call him my high school sweetheart. We meet each other, basically we grew up around each other, kinda, because his grandmother lived across the street from me. So like we would constantly see each other, you know, to play outside, whatever, he was coming over to visit his grandmother, things like that. But I never, you know, really thought of it as, at first, initially, as a thought, you know, of us dating, or if I liked him or anything like that. So we get to high school, and I would like to say me in high school, I don't know how they categorize them. Like, I guess I was popular, but like I had my own thing. Like, I was a cheerleader, I was involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I always focused on my academics, but the curiosity in me wanted to always explore, like going to parties and hanging with the bad guys and dating the bad guys and things like that. So of course I had that curiosity in me. I think everyone has that curiosity, but all in all, with that, I always stayed on top of my academics. I always stayed involved as much as possible. I love to be involved in groups and things like cheerleading. I loved it. I played the violin, so I was in orchestra. I did a lot of things. I was really hands-on as far as my high school career. So, and I'll just call him HS for high school sweetheart, okay? So me and HS kind of started talking, and I don't know when like our relationship shifted into us liking each other. Like, I really honestly do not remember, but like our relationship went from us being friends to us like shifting into a relationship. Now mind you, HS was a football player. He was also a basketball player. I was a football cheerleader and also a basketball cheerleader. And so he was a part of that clique of athletes. You know, the athletes all had girlfriends, and we were all kind of a part of this clique, right? And mind you, he was a year older than me. So I was a sophomore, he was a junior. I was a junior, he was a senior. And so that it was that type of thing, like where, you know, the football players are going somewhere, and then the football girlfriends were going with them. Or for like prom, of course, the football players all take a picture together, and then of course all the football player girlfriends take a picture together. So it was one of those things where it was like we were in the in crowd, okay? We were in the in crowd, whatever you want to call it. So our relationship was so cool. Like, as far as I remember how our relationship was, of course, we were in high school. So, I mean, there's only so much you could do. I mean, at least for me, my mom was extremely strict. I was not about to go out and party all the time. I couldn't go to every party. You know, I used to have to work to be able to go to that party. Sometimes I would sneak to parties because I just got sick of not being able to go. But yeah, like, I couldn't spend the night, like stay over at other people's houses. My mom was extremely like strict. she didn't want a lot of chaos going on, you know, as far as me being able to do what I wanted to do. Like curfew, what is that? Like I just had to be in the house. Like there was no such thing as me just being able to go do what I want and have a curfew. Like no, I had to get permission to do everything that I did. So me being like kind of like that, having a mom like that, like my mom was older, she was old fashioned, so she was just, it's just how she was, right? So I missed out, and I won't even say missed out because they were nothing, but I missed out on like parties and, you know, gatherings and get-togethers and things like this. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. So me and HS relationship is going good. We're going hard. You know, we go to prom together. We look I look beautiful. He look handsome. You know, everything is going good. Well, you know, me being J Renee, so in high school my name was J Renee, so everybody called me J Renee, right? I had other guys, you know, interested and wanting to date me and wanting to talk to me. Of course they were trash now that I know what I know, but you know, I had a couple guys in my back pocket or whatever, and you know, they were there. I wasn't like sweating them, like I wasn't trying to be with them, I wasn't trying to get with them, but yeah, they were there. I'm not gonna lie, they were there. So let's get into the tea. So one of my good friends, I don't even know if I can call her my best friend, but she was definitely my good friend. Like we spent a lot of time together. We talked on the phone often. You know, when I was allowed to do things, I would go with her and do those things. Let's see, I shared personal, intimate things with her. She shared personal, intimate things with me. You know, we exchanged advice. She was just really my friend. Like, she was my friend. And something started to happen. And by something, I mean, I started to notice a friendship brewing between HS and my good friend. Let's just call her good friend. And I guess me being the naive person I was, I just used to look at it as, oh, you know, this is a good thing because, hey, I can't go to every party. I can't go everywhere. You know, I can't be out until 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. But if she's with him, then we're good. You know, like, she's going to make sure he's not doing anything. Like, you know, we're all good. And mind you, at the time, I didn't have a car. I couldn't drive. Both of them had a car. Both of them could drive. So, you know, I was just kind of just at home, you know, just chilling, talking on the phone, whatever. And sometimes HS would come over, and my mom liked him so much that she allowed him to stay, you know, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So things started to get a little extreme. Like, my good friend would mention being at his house, meeting his mother, meeting his family. And you know, at the time, I'm not a jealous hearted person. Like, I'm just not. Like, I'm the type of person that just, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna let it faze me. Like, I'm just honestly that type of person. Now, if you're just bluntly disrespecting me in my face, which she kind of was, but she kind of wasn't, it's complicated. But yeah, I'm not one of those persons that I'm just gonna let you affect me just because of one simple thing, okay? So I was like, oh, you know, that's cool, you know, nice, you know. And mind you, I had never met his parents. I had never, you know, interacted with his parents like that. Now his grandmother, yes, because remember, she lived across the street from me. So that started happening, and again, I started to notice this shift. And HS started to ask me questions about these guys. You know, hey, are you talking to? Are you doing this? What's going on? You know, what's happening? And I started to get kind of confused because I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, how are you getting this information? Like, particular guys that I know that have MySpace, I think it was MySpace at the time. MySpace, it might have been Facebook, you know, that messaged me, or, you know, and that would be something that I would share with my good friend, but not really anyone else. So I'm like, how in the world are you getting this information? Like, it doesn't make sense. But me being the naive person I just figured, you know, and mind you, we live in a small town too, so things travel like so quick. So I always figured, well, at that point I figured that it was just the guy saying something to him, or somehow it's getting out, you know, and I would just be like, no, it's nothing. Like, I mean, yeah, he might have messaged me. Like, you know, I was really open and honest about it because I didn't have anything to hide, you know. So there was this situation. And I'm not even gonna go into the situation, but me and HS ended up breaking up. Okay, and when I break up with people, unless you've like done the most ridiculous thing, like, I don't have any bad blood, and even if I do have bad blood, you're never gonna see it show. Like, I'm never going to press you. Like, now in high school I might have, you know, wrote some subliminals or had some things to say, but I'm never gonna let it sweat me, you know. So me and HS ended up breaking up, okay? And this is when things started to get out of hand. So when me and HS broke up, my mother and my sisters were like, hey, HS and good friend are dating each other. HS and good friend are dating each other. Or HS and good friend, they got something going on. And I would just be like, what? That's crazy. Like, that will never happen. I would just be like, there's no way. Like, I don't believe that. Like, no. And remember when I told you guys, like, I don't have any bad blood, you know, we didn't have any bad blood. Like, I think it was kind of awkward when we got to, like, when we were together, when whatever reason we were, if it was at a party, or if my good friend ended up picking him up. Like, yeah, it got to that point where they were hanging out a lot. Like, they were really cool. Like, they would call each other best friends. Like, they were in a crew, they were in a group together. Like, yeah. So I go to school, and I think it was after school, I had cheerleading practice. And someone comes up to me and says, hey, HS and good friend are dating. I'm like, what? Yeah, HS and good friend are dating. And mind you, her and I's relationship, it wasn't as usual, but we still communicated and things like that. But I did notice that she did kind of try to avoid me at some point, so I did take that as being a little bit weird. But this person came to me and was like, yeah, they're dating. So the next day at school, I'm standing at my locker, minding my own business, staying at everyone else's, and good friend comes up to me while I'm standing at my locker with my books, and she goes, if you wanted to know if me and HS were dating, we are. And I just wanted to let you know. And I just wanted to see how you felt about it. Why do you, obviously, you don't give a what I think about it. Like, you don't care. And so they started dating. Now, I think their relationship was known to some, but not known to all. And I think their relationship was more so shadowed than put out on the forefront. Now, this is just from what I know, from my personal perspective, from others' perspective, you know, it's just from what I saw. So, yeah, they started dating. And was I hurt by it? Yeah. I was hurt by it only because it's like I would never break girl code, number one. Like, I'm so loyal. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm extremely loyal. And as far as not even taking, but dating my best friend's ex, I would never, like, that's disgusting to me. I would never ever do it. But I guess other people have different motives and perspectives on that, and that's cool. Like, we were in high school, like, come on. And I say that with a grain of salt because here's the plot twist. Me and HS randomly reconnected after I graduated college. So I graduated high school in 2010, went to college, graduated college in 2014. Well, me and Mr. HS reconnected again after I graduated college. And we started talking extremely frequently. He was overseas. I was in the States, obviously. And we started dating, talking, whatever. And that eventually turned into an extremely serious relationship. Like, our relationship got really serious to the point where he did ask me to marry him. If you're wondering, no, we did not end up getting married. Well, I kind of shared a little bit of that story in my video I recorded about being ready to be a wife. So I kind of shared some of that. So yes, I'm talking about HS in that video. But yeah, we got really serious, and I think it's so funny because it was like I was dating another person because he matured. He's obviously, he has a career now. He's doing these other things now. But then in other aspects, he's become a new person versus, you know, him being in high school when he didn't do certain things. He didn't engage in certain things, and now he does. So that is my story time, guys. That's my story time, guys. That is the tea, child. I hope none of you guys' best friends dated your man, okay? No matter how long it's been, that still makes you be like, I cannot trust that person. But yeah, that's my story time. Comment down below if you guys have experienced anything like this or know someone that has. I hope you ladies and gents enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.